Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Scott.
How's it going?
Going good. How about you?
Pretty good. So you've been talking about health checks a lot lately.
I have been. It's been a priority for
Yeah,
me.
it's a great way for clients to get sort of an understanding of how we work and get better visibility into sort of what's going on in their ecosystem.
And doing it without breaking the bank, because I
Yeah,
like to say
it's a good way
it's a
to.
little easier.
Yeah, absolutely. So we take a pretty good comprehensive look at your entire digital experience when we do this. But we've got a friend that we wanted to bring in because things can go even more technically deep. And when that happens, we have some other resources that we like to pull forward. Do you want to let people know who we're talking about?
Yes, absolutely. We are talking about Lino Tadros. Are you there, Lino?
Hi guys, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So, Lino, when we do health checks, we are doing kind of a holistic health check. And, I've known you for a very long time, and I know what you like to do is really get a lot more technical. You like to nerd out, geek out, and really kind of go down the architecture, the code, all the way, to, single points of code files. I've seen a lot of what you do, but maybe you could just tell us a little bit more about how you, deliver your health checks.
Sure, that will be my pleasure. Well, like you said, it's a little bit more geeky than usual, but a lot of times a company will come in, for instance, saying, I want to make sure where is my posture right now from performance and from security. They want to find out where they stand. Especially a lot of them are outsourcing the development, maybe offshore, and they want somebody else to be able to take a look and give them a report, let them know how is the code performing, is it scalable? Especially if you get complaints from the customer that pages on the website are taking too long to load in some circumstances. And it doesn't matter which CMS or which development you're using. It could be a Sitefinity, a Kentico, a Sitecore, or even in-house .NET or .NET Core application. We do these checks actually on all of them. Mobile responsiveness, whether you're using Bootstrap or using something like Semantic UI or using other things like material design or something like that. Plus, keeping an eye on the code quality, especially if it's offshore development, being able to tell the customers, yes, they're doing a pretty good job, or they're using things that could actually come back to haunt them later on security-wise. Database design, backup, especially if they're using things like Azure or AWS, there's a lot of pros and cons to everything you do regarding virtual networks and securities and private endpoints. All of these are important, especially for companies that have a PCI compliance requirement or a HIPAA compliance requirement for medical companies. So you have to be very aware of that. Especially also, I take a look at the environments. Do they have a dev environment, a staging, a QA, production, and how's the pipeline going between each and every single one of them? Any third-party integrations with Salesforce or HubSpot or any of those, is the integration done the fastest and best way possible? Monitoring and analytics for the error logs and the warning logs. All of these things I take a look at, and we give them usually a pretty extensive report at the end to let them know what they have and what they don't have and what they can work on to make it better even in the future for them.
I love that, Lino. I mean,
Yeah.
I recognize a lot of the language that you're using there, but the fact that you just sort of go as deep and thorough as you do on the highly technical aspects, that's fantastic, and I can see where that is very valuable to a lot of clients. We appreciate your time, and thanks for giving everybody in our audience a little bit more understanding of why it is that we bring you in sometimes, and what you're going to do to augment the capabilities of Flywheel and take it that much further. So it was great to chat with you. Thanks again, Lino.
It's a
Thanks,
pleasure
Lino.
to see you folks.